speech. Anytime you have a country that refers to itself as the free world and a democracy, and at the same time has 22 million of its citizens who aren't permitted citizenship, why, that in itself reflects lunacy.
He could have been a prophet. He could have changed the world. But what if he never found the Nation of Islam? What if Malcolm X never rose at all? And the man history forgot was simply Malcolm Little, brilliant, broken, and lost in the noise of a movement that moved on without him. We all know the name, Malcolm X, revolutionary, firebrand, one of the fiercest voices for Black dignity and autonomy. But the man we remember, the man who rose from a prison cell to the world stage, was shaped deeply by one choice, joining the Nation of Islam while incarcerated. But what if that never happened? What if Malcolm Little left prison in 1952, angry, brilliant, but alone? Without Elijah Muhammad, without spiritual reformation, and without a movement. What if Malcolm X never joined the Nation of Islam? Reality shift. 1946 to 1952, Charlestown State Prison. Instead of his brother Reginald introducing him to the Nation of Islam, their correspondence grows strained. Malcolm, age 21, grows skeptical of all religion, dismissing the NNOI as another fantasy for the weak. Without faith to ground him, he leans further into philosophy, especially Nietzsche, Fanon, and existentialists like Camus. He debates fiercely with white inmates, sometimes violently. He becomes feared, then avoided. He still educates himself, but cynicism replaces purpose. He leaves prison at 27, sharp-tongued, angry, anti-authoritarian, but isolated. 1952 to 1959, ages 27 to 34, Malcolm drifts between Boston, Detroit, and Harlem, taking odd jobs, barback, construction, street hustling. His reputation spreads as an articulate but volatile agitator.
We are exploited.
He starts holding court on street corners, speaking against capitalism, white supremacy, and even civil rights leaders, whom he calls beggars in suits. He nearly joins the Communist Party, but clashes over their lack of focus on Black liberation. FBI begins tailing him, fearing he's a potential demagogue without a leash. He writes columns for fringe Black newspapers like The Militant Voice and The New Vanguard. None last long. He's arrested in 1956 for assault after punching a white landlord who refused to rent to his girlfriend, a jazz singer named Deidre D. Gaines. The case is dropped, but he gains a small militant following in Harlem. By 1960, age 35, Malcolm publishes a collection of essays titled The American Nightmare, full of venom and brilliance. It gains attention from Black intellectuals, and FBI surveillance intensifies. He attacks both Elijah Muhammad and Martin Luther King Jr. in interviews. He's banned from several campuses after students invite him to speak. White liberals dismiss him as a thug, but young Black radicals begin quoting him. D leaves him in 1961, calling him too angry to love. He doesn't date again seriously. 1963. After Birmingham, Malcolm crashes a press event where King is speaking. He shouts, "How many dogs need to bite us before your God answers back?" The footage airs nationally. Coretta Scott King calls him a tragedy of wasted leadership. 1964. Disillusioned and paranoid, Malcolm attempts to start his own group, the Black Dawn. A mix of intellectuals, ex-cons, and Harlem youth join. But there's no spiritual foundation. Infighting ensues. He narrowly avoids assassination in 1964 after calling a local rival an Uncle Tom pig for hire. The attack is traced to a group of No-I loyalists, ironically the same group he might have led. In February 1965, Malcolm X is assassinated, not in front of 400 people at the Audubon Ballroom, but in a Harlem alleyway. He's 39. There's no security, no major event, just silence. His funeral draws a fraction of the crowd. No martyrdom, no autobiography, no film, no movement in his name. 1965 to the 1980s. His writings are rediscovered by Black Panthers in Oakland, and later by hip-hop artists like KRS-One and Chuck D. He becomes a ghost prophet, admired for his rage, not remembered for transformation. Historians debate who he could have been. Some call him the rebel without a tribe. Others call him a warning. In another life, Malcolm became a global symbol of transformation. But in this world, he became a cautionary tale, a reminder that rage without direction burns everything, including the one who holds it. What do you think our world would look like if Malcolm had never become X? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because history doesn't just repeat itself, sometimes it rewrites itself. This is Real Reelz.